Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Lockstitch's name, the world will know.
I'm not on the Twitch stream. All right, everybody. Welcome to what I believe is episode 13, or mission 13. I hope I'm right. I am. All right. So we are playing. We have lowered the cards that people are after right now to pretty low, common for the last speakeasy episode. Then also we've lowered the Pirate Queen to the Pirate Queen crew to common as well, and I believe she just lowered the Sea Pirate, this Sea Devil to the lowest internal for it. But so good luck if anybody gets those. I understand if we're all like doing the blackout thing. That's okay. We're just people though. What was I gonna say? Obviously Caram had just played the adventure card. I'd already like set that up, like set this game up. So if a 13 is rolled, then you may like that it counts as a triumph. But only if you're doing it adventurously. Like if you're just sitting there like I'm gonna cautiously do something and you roll a 13, that's not adventure. But with that, that's about it. So let's just get right into it. So we've got Caram, played by Prophecy of Zero. Caram died.
I forgot I was muted. Pleased to be here.
We got Lore, played by Esme.
Hi.
We got Officer K, played by Caustic.
Hello, hello.
And Officer Vatna, played by Lurid.
Hi.
All right. Since the being asked if an adventure card would work in this game, it will. I'm very happy with how this came out. It did change the game a little bit, but not in any bad way. Don't worry, I think it's a lot of fun. All right, let's start with that. All right, so first, couple huge things going around. This is the last game before we get into the speakeasies and start the actual arc. This is the end of our downtime. We'll see a bunch of scenes tomorrow, like a bunch of them. We're gonna see all of the speakeasy cards that we're gotten. Then we're gonna see a scene for each of the main character energies. Like it's gonna be a longer speakeasy, I'm gonna assume, because I have to hit all of these scenes. But I'm very excited. We're gonna show all the time, and then we're gonna get into more sequential episodic episodes coming up. But around the world, and just because we haven't seen them in the game, there have been insects that people are calling fireflies, but that is not the correct term. it is closer to big flying ants or big flying moths. When you see something like the ants that suck up liquid and then fill up their abdomens really big. Like that vibe. These creatures have been all over the Echo, from folk song to tier lower to seasonal. Once these bugs land on something, they will generally do one big magic effect and then disappear. But Indy and Alt come running into Caram's gym, the hair trigger, everybody remember. And they have one in a jar, and they put it down in front of you, Caram. They're like, "We caught it!" You think Tisk could buy it?
I think Lockstitch would want this.
Well, I mean, it's like, how much is Lockstitch gonna give it? Can we start a bidding war?
Caram just gives him that look, them knowing fully well that he still doesn't like Tisk.
But he's like rich. He's got money. Oh, sorry. This is Indy. If everybody forgot, Rhino is Indy. Bird is Alt.
So is Krieg.
Yeah, but like, Krieg's got all his. He asks a bunch of questions. Where did we get it? It's like, how can he make money off of it? I want to make money off of it.
God damn it. How much are you guys wanting?
Oh, shit. We really gotta get money together. I think I'm gonna try to do that very soon. Indy's just like, well, I mean, I honestly, personally, have had my eyes on one of those motorcycles that Cat makes. And she's like, I've got a bit of savings, but if you could cover the rest of that, I suppose we could give it to Lockstitch.
I don't think Tisk would be willing to buy this for that much. So let's make a deal. I'll help with that. But in return, when I'm needing to leave, you will have to make sure that the dojo is up and running.
Like, okay. So this is in a jar. I couldn't get a jar to like look right. I tried multiple times.
Worst part is this is exactly how I thought we were gonna find this one.
Oh shit, here we go. Gonna put it in a jar of jam.
Didn't you have a jar from the game with the little?
Yeah, but it had a weird face in it.
A weird bug in this one.
All right, guys, no jar jokes.
And just like that, I'm gonna need to ask Krieg for help. Great.
So they start sweeping up. They're really about this. Like, they want that motorcycle real bad.
Yep, and I'm unfortunately a overtaker of my word. I'm just gonna look at this. Why these things are so dangerous?
Give me a D20. Unless you have any abilities that you think would make it better for you.
I don't think Caram has anything that would help him in this scenario.
Absolutely, a natural 20 fucking So I think I'm gonna lean in on your emptiness for this, on your null tag for how.
Alright.
it has the creature itself, as you've seen plenty of times. Maybe not plenty of times, but you've seen them around the world. They are basically non-magical creatures that have engorged themselves on straight magic, and you've seen this flavor of straight magic before. And when I say flavor, I mean that, because Simmons and Nameless have sold this stuff. Like, this is just the raw magic from the fountain, from the hot springs around the resort we went to, the Black Sand Resort. But yeah, with a 20, how would you be studying it? Are you... It's like, I can give you tons of information. I just want to know how you... Are you just shaking the jar?
I think Caram is seeing, like, if it bleeds any magic. Not, like, actually, like, bleeding, obviously, but just, like, if it's, like, slowly secreting it, seeing how it reacts to the null empty when he, like, does it at the bottom of the jar, if it will, like, fly towards the top and try to avoid it, things like that.
Because you have a 20, I'm gonna ask you, do you want to use null, do you want to use the empty on it real quick? Because that will change how we can study it in the future, but you will get some cool information from it.
I'm not trying to use it on it, I'm just trying to see if it avoids it.
No. Doesn't avoid it. Like, it just, you can see the magic slowly dimming out of its abdomen. Like, it's glowing bright orange, and it's, as you focus on the empty, it's going a little bit duller, a little bit duller. It doesn't go all the way dull, but you realize you could, if you wanted to. If you wanted to press your, like, your technique into it, you could remove the magic from this thing. And the creature is just, like, doing the thing where it's cleaning its face, just, like, buzzing around in here. Does not seem to be hurt from it.
I'm too curious. I have to know what happens if I just give it... If I actually do pour it in now. If it's not reacting, I'm not afraid of killing it now.
Yeah, as you pour it in there, like, the light of it goes completely out. Alt and Indy just, like, staring at you very, like, what? And then you hear a little tink, and at the bottom of the glass is, like, a marble of null. And the fly just, like, buzzing around in there. Buzzing around much faster, now that it doesn't have a giant butt.
So the just back half of it just tinked off.
I think it pooped it out, but yes.
Oh, that's interesting. And they're not gonna like that. I made it poop out null metal. Well, problem for the mysticians.
Just grab the jar, take it to the mysticians.
Yep.
Alright, let me... You know I was gonna have to grab the jar. Originally, so.
This is gonna be funny because the mysticians, half of us can't get near that stuff.
I thought that if you had a physical form, Melmel's fine to touch, just not get hit by.
I'm still magical, man.
You have a form, though.
I always had a form.
I don't think, for the sake of things, I don't think it is impossible for you to touch it. It might make you a little uncomfortable. It might feel like a 9-volt battery style, like holding it in your hand. You're getting a little, like, electrocuted, like you can feel it, or it's got, like, or it might even feel spiky, or like your hand is falling asleep while you're touching it. But it is not killing you to touch it. You probably don't want to swallow it, but...
I probably can't see it either.
If that's the direction you want to take with it, absolutely. If you want to go the not seeing it route, that's fine with me.
I mean, I thought that was the way it was the entire time, was Null just kind of being non-magical, it just didn't really have a presence.
I mean, knowing where something isn't is still knowing it's there.
Right, but that I still can't see it. I can see a lack of something.
Yeah, study the void.
Avoid.
Why would you say it in that way?
That's because that's how Nika said it.
Thank you, Nika.
All right. So, on your way up to like the upper city, Caram, couple cool things are happening around the Silver Thimble right now. There is a movement of art. Artists and are bringing in their art. People are coming in to show off their art. It's a huge thing. And then there's a couple other things that you notice. The Sea Devil has graffiti everywhere. The fact that the Sea Devil is back, and there's a rumor or two that Lockstitch's captain is in fact the Sea Devil. I don't play in rumors, you know. I'm not saying that's true. And nobody knows it for sure. It's a really like wink wink style. But you've been seeing a lot of people dressing up like the Sea Devil's crew. And it is, you know, it's gotten to the crew a little bit.
Damn, she whipped that shit out fast.
I knew it.
Rob just coming in with the jar, just seeing you two. No hesitation.
I can see no hesitation on your part either.
I don't think Caram's actually wearing it right now.
Pointing to the jar.
Oh. It didn't react negatively to it, so I was just kind of experimenting while I was walking, and now I have this null marble? I don't know exactly.
Is that what that is? Nika says you're wearing it.
Never mind. Guess I am wearing it now.
I didn't switch the token. I didn't know when we were switching.
3 people dressed for the Sea Devils and Lord Titties out.
Oh, they're so pretty.
Yeah, I saw the token in here like that, so I wasn't sure if I was...
Anyway, hello, Caram. What is that?
One of the fireflies we've been hearing about.
The magic eating kind?
Yeah. It was quite full when I found it, and it's no longer full.
I wish I could roll my eyes.
Just slowly set it on the table.
Inside, the little ball like hits the corner and just like dink and just rolls around it.
That
Or
is.
it's just gonna poke at the jar.
Go for it.
There's a bug in there. It is acting very bug-like. It is not avoiding the null thing. It is just flying around. It was not flying around a ton, Caram, while it had the bulbous butt. But it is significant. It is just doing bug things in there.
Well,
Should we feed it?
that's up to you guys. I would recommend separating it from whatever that is, pointing at the null marble.
What do you mean, whatever that is? You did it.
I don't know how we're gonna keep it contained in. I figured you guys have your own equipment to put it in.
Probably do have like a gas chamber or something around here.
Probably some form of a terrarium type situation, I would think.
Are we talking about the bug or the null metal at this point?
We
So-
gotta get the bug out before we can even.
Yeah.
I mean, do we
I say
have
we let
another
the-
jar?
I say we let the bug out
We
in a
can just-
in a terrarium, and then we can do whatever with the marble.
All right. Hear me out. Do we have another jar in here somewhere? I'm sure we do. We just put the jar on top of the other jar and pull the lid so the bug will fly up, and then we can just deal with that.
Or we can just use this readily available terrarium. Welcome to the Mystician department.
Oh, right. Sometimes you people actually have supplies in your department, and not just.
Aren't you the
Laura's-
most
yeah.
heavily funded company on Silver Thimble?
Laura's guilty of company. Laura's guilty of having everything she needs with the company and never looking in the department for stuff when she needs it.
Don't tell me someone is misappropriating funds. Ugh, people are so obsessed with money these days.
So absolutely, you guys don't need to make rolls or anything. You can get the bug out of there. So couple of things. Bug, regular bug, doing bug stuff. It is about the size of Sooty. Probably in the same family. Not so. This is like notes that you would have from the luminaries about this insect type. From the mountains around Teuphrates, have been known to go after fire. They have been seen, like, it looks like they eat fire. Whatever that means. None of the is Clem in the chat? Oh, I think he is at bingo. Oh, is Clem here? Or is Vanex here?
I see their name in the chat. Here they are.
Hey, Vanex, would you have, I will make them make a roll to see if the luminaries know it, but do you think you would have made notes about, Sooty? I know that you're not a luminary, but we do have plenty of luminaries, and your pet has hung out with plenty of them. Did you let anybody... Okay, absolutely. Alright, so now you guys don't have to roll, because we know the Sooty and the other moths like that, literally, I think not ember moths, but they eat the energy of the fire, the last bits of it. They eat raw energy. That is what keeps them going. They are always hot in the inside. They always feel like a coal that just went out not too long ago. Maybe you can handle it, but if you catch the wrong spot, it's gonna burn you. But yeah, these insects eat raw energy. That is what we've seen in the past from Sooty. If you guys want to extrapolate from that, they might be able to eat other kinds of energy. Vatna seeing this one clearly as eaten magic. But these are creatures that eat energy.
But what has made them start eating magic so much?
More magic is tasty.
Did they suddenly evolve, or did something... I guess maybe with the magic increasing, maybe it drew them in to that?
Wouldn't be the only thing that has changed recently with the Echo.
So-
I want to use my magic tag and just put my finger up against the glass and see if I can, I don't know, see if it is attracted to like a small output of magic.
Yeah, give me 2d20. Yeah, limited success. Absolutely. You put your finger to it, and when you push out a little bit of magic, not even that much, it does. It flocks to it like a moth to flame situation, like or more like a hummingbird to a flower. Like moths don't go to fire because they like fire normally. They go to it because they're distracted. But this one sees food. It feels food and comes to the side of it, and you can feel it through the glass that it is siphoning a little bit, not enough because the glass is in between you. But yeah, this creature would consume it. If you leave your finger there and let it take all that you are putting forward, would say like 1 AP of magic kind of level. Like if we were still using AP or what MP situation, you understand.
Yep.
That it would not be full. Like, it wouldn't even get big. I don't even think you would see its abdomen any larger. So, based on that, the size of that marble, it big.
Yeah. And okay, first experiment reveals that its appetite is vast, and a swarm of these would be bad.
Oh, sweet. Absolutely. Vatna, because of that, let me take 1 TP back for that, because I like the line of thinking, and you guys have only ever seen a couple of them at a time. That's why it's so... When Alt and Indy caught this one, they were very excited. Because, yeah, people talk about them, but the same way that people talk about... Fuck, what's a rare... And it's very rare. We have never seen a swarm of these, and that would be absolutely terrifying.
So we would need to figure out if this is caused by a change in their environment or a change to them to narrow down what's going on here.
And it doesn't appear to behave any differently even after whatever it is that happened after you found it, Caram.
I mean, it was moving a lot slower since it was full, and it only became active again once points at the null marble.
My concern is that it's possible that they lost their original source of whatever it is they consume, and they have changed to something else that may not be good for them if you're saying it was moving slower. And my impression is that they don't survive whenever they impart their magic on other things. The magic that they've collected.
Does the impartee survive?
Okay, roll me 3 20-siders. So, hilariously for today's game, the 13 actually doesn't matter for this one, sadly.
Because I wasn't being adventurous, I was using my brain.
Not even that. I would still have let that rock for this one. This is not for your tag points or anything. This is... You have the 13. You have heard one account of when a fly landed on one of somebody from Yoke. Their skin burst into electric, like a giant static shock. All of their fur stood up, and for days, whenever they walked within 5 feet of somebody, a static electricity shock would fire from them and hit them for 1d6 damage.
So it was firing from them and hitting themselves?
Oh no, hitting other people. Like
So
they
it was
were a
firing from
Tesla
them.
coil, basically. A
Oh,
giant
hey, I'm
static
familiar with
electricity
that.
Tesla coils. That is what happened when one fly landed. Now, there have been two. Can you give me actually one more d20 so we don't have two 19s? Because then I would only be able to tell you two things I'd be able to do. One report was. This one was from Consonant. When one of the flies landed on them, the person shrunk to half their size for 3 days. They lost half their body mass. They lost it all to scale. Somebody has scaled them down by 50%, but not what they were wearing, just them. This went on for 3 days, and then they woke up wearing 3 sizes too small of pajamas. But then you've also heard a report from Tier Loa that one of the folks, there is a new, warlord's the wrong word, but group of people wandering Tier Loa causing a bit of trouble. And this is mainly caused by one of their people had a fly land on them, and then their hands were covered in stone, and their physical strength was more than doubled. They became a powerhouse. It took multiple groups to bring these people just down, and they only were able to bring them down because at the last minute the power went away, and then they beat them up. So one of them, the 13, is electrified skin. 2 is you get shrunk. And 19, it's called Titan's Grip. Your hands become huge in stone. And as long as you your hands cannot take damage. But also it's 2d8 if you hit something with it.
And did all of these last 3 days, or?
3 days.
So what do we need to do about
So it's potential danger. It's somewhat varied. It almost reminds me a little bit of when Gemini is trying to help.
Do we need to find where they're coming from? Or one of these, go to where one of these reports originate?
Now, they live in... they've been seen in multiple places. Do we know if there's a specific origin of them, and they have spread from there, or are they just around?
Caram and Lore, neither one of you need to put a tag point in, but you, as Wayweavers, can you both roll me 2d20?
120 sided each or 2d20 each?
2d20 each. I feel like you two would be the most likely to have seen them out and about.
Oh, wrong one.
2d100s. 2 17s is pretty sick.
17s.
Yeah, Caram, you have in your missions throughout. I gotta get the other map up now. I'm sorry, everybody, I forgot. Well, I didn't forget, I just didn't know I'd be doing this. Okay, I'm trying to get my big map because they have seen them from. They have been in Tier Loa, obviously. They have been in Folksong, and they have been here. This is as far as we've seen them. Caram, even on missions to Bone
You're
Meal.
showing a map, we cannot see it.
Yeah, I know. I'm not. It's not actually up yet. I was just trying to fill dead air while I.
Sorry.
No, you good. All right, here we go. Let me. Whoop. All right. This is the furthest that we've ever seen them. The furthest north we've ever seen is Consonant. But the majority of sightings have been all throughout Tier Loa, and nobody's complaining about them in Tier Loa though. Like, Folk Song is not in an uproar, but they're a little bit scared. The electricity thing was alarming, and they have their own reasons to not trust wild magic, a la Gemini. And yeah, a couple reports of seeing them in Pastoral, and probably around Consonant. Oh no, definitely around Consonant. I don't think they've made it to the Second Sea, or nobody has reported seeing them in the Second Sea.
So
Where's
we're seeing.
Pastoral is right. It's the grasslands
There it is. Yeah.
south of Dyad.
Did you say
I
that
keep
they
forgetting
were in Tephrades? I know you said Tirloa.
Yep. Tephrades for sure. They are. But they're definitely in Tephrades, but nobody is complaining about them in Tephrades.
So we're hearing reports in Folksong and Tiraloa about them, and people are complaining. You said
Folks
in those two
always
regions,
complaining.
they are only recently showing up in seasonal. So here, if we're seeing a majority of them in Folksong, Tephrades, and Tiraloa, but we're not getting reports of people minding them so much in Tephrades, I guess that's where we should start. People out there would know a bit more.
It would be a
We-
central point for spreading.
And if they're not as rampant, then that could mean they're more naturalized.
Alright, the resort is the most obvious pick as a place in Tephrades that you have been to. The Weir, also a place, also an option. But they are incredibly busy right now with, actually working. Now that you guys have fixed enough of it.
Did
I forgot
Caram-
that there is a resort there, actually, in
Did
Tephrades.
Caram mention to us that the magic looked like the stuff from the Bleeding Mountains? Caram.
I didn't even put that connection together myself, actually.
It was in that 20 info dump, I think.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. He said it
We-
was like the stuff that Nameless and Simmons were farming.
Okay, so yeah, it'd be. I think Karan would mention that an air. Since it has magic from the Bleeding Mountains, its origin would be in Tephrades. Around here would probably be a central point, but we wouldn't know exactly where from there. That would be a good starting, rough starting area. So anywhere around there would be the best.
Suppose we
But
must
he would-
prepare for warm weather.
What about you, Laura? Where do you think we should start this search?
Hmm. Laura is kind of leaning on the result as being the most obvious, easiest place to start.
Isn't it also really close to the border of Tephrades? On the outer edge, or is it
The resort's right here. This one's the resort. The Black Sands
Yeah.
Beach and Resort.
So, I mean, either way, we can start there as a place to land and then head further inward.
Yeah. Easier to start there too and work inward than go somewhere in and have to circle back at some point.
Yep. Caram's gonna grab the mill marble. So are either of you two gonna want to check this thing out?
Oh, absolutely.
Of course.
Now, here's a question for you, Caram. This is a new thing, and I want to see what you think is cooler. Null metal is when you remove the spirit from something.
Mhm.
You removed spirit from a liquid. Is this, and I don't know how, I don't know everybody else's life. Does anybody else remember the weird spherical soaps that were on the back in people's bathrooms growing up? And I always wanted to pop them. You guys might not want to pop
The
them.
bath beads?
Like bath beads.
Yeah, the little
Those.
bath beads or
Yeah.
the
Bath
bath
beads.
oils.
Yeah, those. Before
Did you just
Lush.
make liquid null.
Yeah. My question, Caram, is do you think you solidified it do you think it always becomes null metal?
Oh,
Or
not a
do we-
chance.
Okay.
We've seen null be transformed into so many different
The
things that
The aerosolness of it, I think we still could have made work if it wasn't because you just powder it. Because all spray paint is, it's not like a glitter spray.
yeah. And we've also seen null weave.
We have seen null weave, but again, that is just
And we have seen null poop.
Null poop is probably the closest to a liquid that we're gonna get.
Can't believe that's how that turned out.
I'm just really glad that Twi's in the chat confirming that the way that I thought spray paint worked is in fact how spray paint works, because I didn't know.
Okay.
That was just what
Yeah,
how I thought it worked.
I thought it was a liquid, so I mean that's good to know, honestly.
Could I
But
eat
yeah,
this?
I like the idea that it can
Oh, that's
form in
seashell.
different forms. It's just much more difficult to find it in those different forms.
So it's like super cool null,
It's
super cool null aerosol.
think of it in the sense of the outside has been hardened, but the inside is liquid.
So, dangerous paintballs.
Dangerous
Mhm.
gushers.
The forbidden gusher.
Yep.
I know I've made this joke multiple times tonight. Not that anyone in chat has heard. I want to put it in my mouth.
No.
Well, I have an idea of what I want to do with this thing.
Oh, let me switch us back here. Let me bloop, back to the lab.
What you got?
Caram, could I see that moment?
Sure. And he hands it over.
So, yeah, gonna hold it up between my fingers, hold it up to the light, look at it, and I want to. It most assuredly has the null tag, right?
Yeah, it has a null tag for sure.
I want to use my manipulator and siphon tags to alter that slightly to lull. So rather than completely anti-magic, just far from it on the magic spectrum.
I'm absolutely on board with you doing this. This is Alan telling Lurid, this is very dangerous, but could be very cool.
We're in a lab
Oh.
environment,
The-
so we could
absolutely.
set up a procedure for it.
Is I don't think Cole's in the chat to ask if Royce could be here for this, because that would be the only thing that I would say would guarantee you safety here. But absolutely, All right. I guess we'll just see how the roll goes. Go if you're using 2 tag points, give me 3d20. Remember, 3 of you are officers, so you can ignore 3 ones.
Can I help with my researcher tag?
That would be awesome. And also, like, we both have the Mystician tag as well. I could put that on there.
Yeah, for sure. Go for it. All right. So 1 tag point from K and 3 from Vatna, right? Yeah.
Yes. So I'm rolling 5.
Yep. 5d20.
Kay is just staring into the void.
Ponder that orb.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. So successful. You manage to rewrite reality around you. You siphon the null part off of it. You now have the tag null.
Oh, this feels weird.
You can't use your magic tag.
He's over there like, you.
I think there's
More like-
definitely a moment where you feel colder. Like you now are seeing the world without any of the magical influence. This is obviously temporary.
Of course. But very
Oh.
interesting.
It's just, but yeah, if you roll a 20 on this null tag, it can go towards siphon for you. Like it will, like using this counts as using your siphon because you siphoned this in this tag.
So what happens to... So that's happening to me. What's happening to the marble?
The marble is I think it just
Uh,
I hand it
If
to
you
Kay
want-
because I can't focus on it right now.
if you want a suggestion, I think I have a cool. Like, I know that Lurid was trying to change it from null to lull. I like the idea that that liquid null that was inside is now gone. So it's just like this small little, like, essentially glass orb that isn't like pure null. It's just like,
oh yeah, it wouldn't be null at all
pushing-
anymore.
like, it's not null, but it's still like, it's not destroying spirits, but it's like repelling them now.
Mm.
Just an idea.
So, I mean, we in the case of Vatna, he would have, I guess, been restitching, and Kay would have been rewriting. So this is is this new, do we think? Or is it something that, like, we've turned it into something that exists already?
It's
Something like a
prob-
magic resistor.
It's still very much just a marble though.
Mm-hmm.
We've made a new element kind of thing, was my question.
I don't know why the transparent background tags things aren't working. I have so many balls.
Don't just talk to us about your balls, Alan.
I don't think it's a new element so much. I think it is just I think it's a silly little ball. Like it is something about it makes you happy. Like something about it does make you want to laugh. Like it could just be a little smiley face, a little like goofy emoji on a marble. it is just a silly little ball.
We erased the angry eyebrows.
When I said lol, I meant Lull.
If
I mean, I assumed that was what you meant as well, so.
yeah, oh yeah, I just wanted synonyms.
Oh, sure.
But like
We can come back to it.
yeah, that for sure. But
We
the-
could just leave this here for the time being, like put it in a, I don't know, an ongoing experiment case.
the very important things that
stable?
that is very good for you all to know, and you probably should spread it throughout the crew, specifically Vatna, Akana, Katori. Sep knows a little bit of it. Anybody with like Stitchcrafter abilities will now fully know that's not magic. Like Stitchcrafting isn't magic; it goes right through null.
Interesting. Is it stable? Can we bring it with us? Do we want to bring it with us?
I mean, it's kind of lost what was in it, so if you guys want to keep it here, that's fine. I don't think it's gonna help us while we're out there.
You
Worst
can
comes
watch
worst,
to
I-
see if it comes back.
All right, you guys want to just go to the space? I will tell you right now, you guys know people at the resort. You know about the resort. You can go to the resort if you wanted to, or you could cut just straight to where we know these creatures are from, which are the Bleeding Mountains and the springs nearby. Whichever one you guys want to do first.
Depending
I
on
figure
how
we're gonna
far
hit
the
all of it.
kites take us, I say.
No, we're kiting it. All right.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Well, you
don't
have
let me,
to. You have
they
to.
don't let me fly the airship anymore. It's a whole thing.
The airship isn't actually built anymore.
See?
How far into the in-between year are we?
Sorry, what was that?
How far into the in-between year are we? Like, close to the end, or?
Probably. We're probably at least with 6 months in at least. Where the games tomorrow will show us the other half of the year.
Okay. So the airship is, like, half built.
Oh, nobody's said a damn thing to me about the airship. So right now the airship is just concept.
Oh dear.
But yeah, you played the adventure card, Caram. There, you only have one choice.
Yep, I only get one
Catapults or
choice.
nothing.
Yeah, right now the airship is just air.
All right. Who wants to make the adventure roll? You can get an extra die if you use your adventure tag.
Dealer's offer? Caram?
Ah, shit. Alright, yeah, I'll roll 2d20. So I'll use a TP.
All right, 2d20. Yeah, 13
Oh,
and a
13
20
and a
is
20.
very
Yes!
We landed right on point.
Yeah,
Something,
Crom, what do you want to be?
adventure.
Wherever it is what's popping off right now, I promise you.
God, we could go to the moon.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's actually land in the Bleeding Mountains. I think that we had planned to land here because of... It was like, we can probably roughly make it there. And then we were much higher than we expected.
I feel like we overshot. We like circled around like the hot air coming up off of the hot springs, and then we landed up in the fucking mountains.
The hot air rising is a very good point. In the sky, all around you, all four of you, as you're flying your kites in, you have to dodge like fighter pilots a swarm of those insects. But with a 13 and a 20, you all do it amazing. Like, not a single one lands on your kite. You guys are able to, like, have them crash into each other if you want.
Do we have to shoot our way through?
You can shoot your way through, absolutely.
We do that. This is where the fun begins thing from Star Wars. Legally distinct.
Space battle. Yeah, I pull out the Ikaruga moves. Flipping
shit.
the change elements.
Bullet hell all over again.
Laura's just flipping between forms to change the height of her kite.
Now, what was that you said about swarms, Vatna?
They were very bad, and I have no magic right now.
Well, that just means that you're safer from them.
Pew 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 pew.
Rat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat.
In the air, because you see, as you're swooping around them, they are very, very light. The air, any breeze is pushing them the directions. Like, they are incredibly high in the sky. And you can guess, based on the fact that the steam is pushing them into the air. At the base of the Bleeding Mountains, as you like blow your way through, or Simmons' mouth wide open, just coming through, Pac-Man in it. But Vatna, you know, to like, if you wanted to, with the null tag, you could just turn them off, basically. The way that Caram like pulled a little bit of energy and took the magic away from it, that can just happen.
That sounds like a good idea, and then we can follow them to see where they go next.
Let me put you guys
gonna
back
be a lot
in the
of-
sky then.
That's gonna put a lot of null orbs on the ground.
I want to help Vatna with this, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Fucking adventure our way through here.
We're fucking peppering this ground with null orbs, and there's a whole bunch of magic. I'm sure that'll be fine later. Don't worry about it. Adventure.
Adventure.
Yeah, I will carry the 20 over to, like, you are landing exactly where you want. You guys can get through these no problem. If it is just like Vatna and Caram flying through using, what does your null technique look like, Vatna? Because you can't hold your silver, you can't use your silver thread for null because silver doesn't doesn't work with null.
My question is, are you making them null or are you making them lull?
Well, I don't have the lull tag unless I can try to.
No, because you gave that the null tag. You siphoned the null tag.
That's fair, okay.
It has to be null.
I mean, if you were saying that you wanted to do it, Caram would say, all right, follow my lead.
Well, I think it also has to... Yeah, I'll see how Caram does it first. For some inspiration.
Yeah, okay. Caram, do you want to lead the charge, or?
Yeah.
What's it look like? How can you hit a bunch of bugs with null at once? Like, do you have a technique for it? Because you guys are coming down on... I know that they're kites. We all know that they're kites, but in my head, I'm so heavily picturing the Avatar, like, airbender thing, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
But with a squirrel tail. That's how what I'm picturing all of you on. I need you to know that.
I think what Vatna would see is Caram's breathing slow a bit. And like, it's almost like he has to reach one hand out and like course the empty through his hand and just push out like a wave in front of him consistently to get through these things without issue.
Yeah, absolutely. Vatna, this isn't for success or fail. Can you roll me? It's one. Okay, somebody type something. Okay, no. It's 1d20 raw, but you could learn something from Caram if you want to use tags. I know you've used multiple of your tags, and you might be trying to save them.
I think I used 4 tags so far. 4 tag points.
You did. I gave you one back though.
Oh yeah, okay, so 3. Cool. Yeah, I'll spend
Honestly,
the tag point.
You could spend the tag point on Null to learn how he's doing this, which we know Null is also just Siphon.
Right.
So go ahead.
Yeah, I'll try and do that. I think it looks like Vatna was really paying attention to the breath that Caram took prior to sending out the wave. So I think it's just like a soft inhalation from him as he's passing by. No
Yeah,
pulse
give me-
outward, just like a gentle breath in.
With a 15, absolutely. Caram and Vatna, in roleplay and in future games, if you play together, Vatna, you can use 2 tag points to siphon Null from Caram. It doesn't take it away from Caram. You can just use Null. You could give yourself
Buddy.
the Null tag.
Buddy, we got our team attack.
Oh, that's lovely.
And then yeah, they're like bugs. They as you drain away the Null, you take a decent amount of them, just completely, you take the magic right out of them, and they all just like do. You hear the little drops hitting the they hit this hot spring water. 2 things. First, this hot spring water is all orange. Like real quick, so that we know that it's not just AI fucking up on me. There are other parts around these hot springs that we know are multicolored. These ones right at the base of the Bleeding Mountains are bright orange. As you get closer to it, and you can hear the the little null balls splashing into it, and they cause a little like sizzle, and almost like you threw water in a deep fryer.
The
Oh
forbidden
my
F
god,
bomb.
it's Null Nuggies!
And as they
Is
hit
it
it,
spicy?
it bubbles up, it's splashing around. You see multiple people like dodging out of the way. But these guys all have what look like fishing poles in the pools as you all are landing. The bugs are the ones that are no longer filled with magic are down here on this level. They are not floating way in the sky. They are down here looking for food. The ones that are still full of magic are still way in the sky, floating around, almost stuck in a vortex. And yeah, you guys land down here. Couple things you immediately notice. A, it is sweltering down here. These hot springs lore, these are nothing compared to, like, their temperature control is out of control. It is insane. It is so hot.
The
And
temperature control is lacking control.
It truly is. Like the spa, if this was the spa, it'd be terrible. Like, you literally would get cooked if you put yourself in here. The second thing you notice is those guys are cooking. That is what they're doing. They are taking fish and dipping them in here and frying fish.
Lori's immediately interested.
It smells
Magic deep fried?
amazing. Deep fried in just raw magic. one of the guys comes and sees you coming.
Now
He's like,
all I can sorry. Just now all I can think of, both me and as lore, is like the little no marbles turning into like little popcorn bites.
Oh yeah, null nuggies.
I honestly think it's more like dropping an ice cube in the fryer because they cannot coexist. It can't actually fry null,
That's
but it will give a reaction.
because there's more magic than null, so it just kind of negates it.
Yeah,
Just a
like
crispy outer shell and an empty inside.
Oh, it's the sad mozzarella balls.
Unless you just like the crispy stuff.
Well, I'm
Well,
glad
dude,
we
there
There
prepared
are
for
some
the
people
heat.
like that.
they
Anyway,
pooped at this.
Is it more or less reactive than potassium in water?
I want to say less reactive, and that might say something about how magical this is, because like potassium is so dangerous.
Sure is.
Mm-hmm.
We're learning a lot today.
Some of this I had planned, some of it. But these little guys are frying fish, absolutely. They have a little stand. No, they don't have a stand set up. They have a wagon that they are just like flopping the fried fish on top of.
What's the description look like around here? Like the fish, everything? I don't know. What can I look at?
You will see orange, like very hot. It is incredibly. It smells great. If you like fish. If you don't, I'm not.
I've got no nose still. It's just there for prettiness. I can taste though.
But you got a nose.
It's a little boop.
That's
It's a little nose
if
boop.
if you can't smell, that's so weird because a lot of taste is off of smell.
Uh-huh. You don't want to know what's inside my mouth.
But it is just like it is all around you. It looks like hot springs, but much hotter. There is magic in the air. There is magical steam in front of you. The mountain behind you is non-stop erupting. Then leading into these waters. These are not the ones that people come to normally relax. These are most of the time pools of dangerous. Some would call it lava. Others know that it is magic. This is the stuff that we bottled.
are they selling these fish?
They look
Or
like
else we
they
find out if
probably do. Oh, it's just like one of the frogs. Hello there.
Hello.
You look
These
like
look-
the discerning sort.
Oh, of course. Of course. These fish look delicious. You wouldn't happen to be selling them, would you?
Of course, when I set up here, we usually do have a nice supply of some rice. We serve it very well. We have a very good sauce.
Ooh.
See us down at the resort? And he hands you a card.
Lore will take the
Black
card.
Sands Resort.
How long have y'all been set up doing this?
Oh, a couple weeks now. Things have been going really well. And it's just like, no matter what kind of fish, you dip it in here, everybody loves it.
Ellen, how long have we noticed that the bugs have been acting weird?
Couple weeks.
Okay.
It's just like we had to like get more crew, and he points back behind him. This is the purple frog talking to us right now. The others are all still very much working, and you see that one wagon is just stacked with every kind of fish out of the ocean that they could have caught. And some of these fish are definitely, Lore, you would know, you don't eat that fish, too bony. But then they dip it in and they pull it out, and it comes out perfect. They all look like, when they pull it out, the fish look all the same. And that is the definition of fried fish. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They all look like fish and chips style, like, but very long. No matter how big they put the fish in. It's just like, self batters? It's like, I mean, we homemade the batter. It's just, don't worry about how it's done. Are you interested? We give you sampling.
Absolutely.
Out of curiosity, have the bugs up there been giving y'all trouble?
Oh no, they stay up there.
Did they always stay up there?
Well, they come down, but now they go up there. And it's just like, we don't need the fires to cook anymore, so we're not really dealing with them.
Oh, did you used to cook with fires? And work with them?
I feel like you're trying to get a lot of proprietary knowledge here. The fish is delicious.
That was rude of me.
We're gonna ask our recipes for the batter. Don't we just dip them in the water?
You just said that you don't batter them anymore.
And like they give Laura, they give you a decent sized piece, and it is, if you like, without even having to roll. If you like fried fish, it is amazing. Like, it tastes great. It's the perfect flakiness. It's like somebody cast a magic spell saying, I want fried fish.
Almost exactly like someone cast a spell saying, I want fried fish.
I want to learn that spell. Dang it, I can't!
Think of all the kung fu moves you're gonna learn.
While are they dipping these fish in? Can I observe this process and see what's happening?
Oh yeah, fish, fish, fish. Shh. Fried
Like,
fish.
On a magical level, I don't know if that's like something that I can.
Oh yeah, if you researcher and magical, both of those could work for you.
Sure, I'll do that. That'd be 3d20, right?
Yep, 3d20.
That's a fucking 2 1s and a 13.
That's 2 1s and a 13. That is hilarious. Do you want to ignore it? Like, you ignoring one of those ones doesn't get you very far.
It really doesn't.
Wouldn't it be?
No, because they're not doing anything specifically adventurous right now.
I'm not.
So either Lore or Vatna would have to help you to ignore it completely.
I'll ignore one of those.
Aww. Thank you.
It's mostly for selfish reasons.
Okay, was going in the pool for sure. Like, if they wouldn't have ignored the one, yeah.
Would it have been more fun if they fell in the pool?
I always think ones are more fun.
It'd be more fun if Lore fell in the pool.
I mean, so here's what's going on with Lore while Kay is doing this, and Lore has consumed her fish. Lore has snack and cheese on her, and she's just like looking at her cheese that she pulled out of her bag, and just like, cheese, magic pool, cheese, magic pool, cheese, magic pool.
I don't know. Are we ignoring these ones? Am I falling in, or are we? I don't know, man.
If you want to succeed, absolutely. Just ignore the ones. Like, we'll let it rock. Like, I've got something. You'll learn stuff for sure. Do whatever you want. Like, if you want to succeed on this roll, then we're good.
Yeah. It's your choice. Vatna's here to help you succeed if you want. And if you don't, then you can fall in.
Well, the problem is that I was reminded that I should be more curious. So, okay, being too curious would kind of fucking fit. Let's go swimming, I guess.
All right, absolutely. Kay, as you are studying the technique, he turns his back on you really sharply, and as you like lean over to like try to like make sure you're following it, you go right in. And couple of things. First, this is very hot, so you are going to take 7 damage.
Ow.
It is not burning you up right away, but it is very hot. And much deeper than you would originally suspect. You are falling for a while. And it is, I would say, like 20 feet deep before you hit the bottom. And as you are, yeah, that K disappears, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, not again. She hates lava.
I mean, if it was lava,
I'm gonna
it would be gone.
You know, I feel
dive
like
in after her.
I feel like that's the only move here.
Everybody dives in.
Oh my god.
As Laura goes to dive in, she looks at the guys frying the fish and makes a joke that I have not fully formed in my head about how it's a good thing people already generally like Laura. She doesn't have to worry about anything getting weird when she comes out of the lava.
I think the three of us just lock eyes, nod, and then just...
They go, Laura makes a joke and then jumps in after them.
Laura's like, everyone get ready for a fish fry.
to the flames.
Yeah,
Laura does a cannonball.
so you three can each roll me 1d20, and we'll take the highest of that. If you have a tag that you think could help you with this, for sure, adventure. Adventure is the tag that would help you. You can all roll me 2d20s and not spend the tag thing.
That's
Adventure.
Yeah, okay.
13.
Vatna rolling the 13 is, yeah, okay,
And the
then you roll
19.
really good. Caram, we already got it if you don't want to roll. But if you do want
I was gonna say I kind of want to roll with null tag as like
absolutely.
a buffer
For
around
sure.
me.
Yeah, go ahead, give me them 2d20.
Oh my god.
That is funny, but don't worry about that because I assume somebody is gonna give it.
Yeah. Yeah, Laura will take care of them. Or never mind.
Oh, there's a 19
Rico
made
did the
20.
thing. Rico did the thing. We're good.
And
There's a
with the
second-
13,
I have unlucky.
with the
Oh.
13, the 13
okay.
on adventure roll is already it's a 20, but a cheer squad 20 if you roll a 13 on adventure.
All right.
So
There we
It
go.
was it was a 13 on the adventure tag die. So
yeah, right, exactly that. Like if we had exploding dice, the dice would have just popped on the screen like crazy.
Crash roll 20.
All right, so you all dive in, chasing after K. I obviously do not have a map for the tunnels of magma that is down here,
Dang, slacker.
but so here you guys catch them. All right, so here's what's going to happen. They're going to be down there. You are going to be able to grab them and get you all out of here. Like you can't find your way back up immediately. That's what the one for Caram, that's what the one from the Reap and Sow is going to be. But for the 20 part of it, you find another path. And you all have to swim through this lava, and it still has to do 1d10 damage to everybody. I know we're all like, Caram doesn't because he's nulling it, but Lore and Vatna, like, adventure still hurts.
Yeah. Can the 13 be we get caught in a current?
Absolutely.
Ride a river of lava?
And you take six damage, but you're swirling around it, and it can't really get purchase on you, Vatna. You feel it trying to shrink you. Like you and Lord, you feel it trying to like make your body stone. But it's just there's no purchase to it. And
Oh,
Caram,
it's too slippery.
right, you're just too slippery. You have the tag slippery. No, you don't, but it would be funny.
Laura's, however, being well versed in, swimming and being underwater, just kind of going with the flow of the current.
The monstrous tag definitely takes care of slippery.
Yeah.
Slippery is a gross word if we. But
Or slippery when wet, or surrounded. Well, I mean, this is technically water. So.
man, Bon Jovi "Slippery When Wet's" the greatest album that ever existed. I just keep making that joke, and I'm gonna stand by it. But yeah, you guys get caught in a current. Who grabs K? I think it probably has to be Vatna that grabs K with the 13. I understand you being nervous about that. Null from Vatna's null. But control, you both have control over it. Vatna and Caram have control over it.
Yeah. 13
I
probably don't
also
even
take the
adventure probably don't even think about that in the moment. Just grab and go.
Did I also take that 6 damage?
No, you took the initial damage.
Okay.
I don't want to be a jerk and hit you for another 6.
We're gonna leave these fish fry guys very confused.
Yeah, how did
Yeah,
they react?
You guys are never coming back up. That's a part of the speakeasy. It's like their conversation.
We'll just turn up a couple weeks from now at their restaurant.
With the
I am-
coupon slightly sizzled.
I am curious, since I'm magical, did I take more just heat damage than any magic type damage?
Oh yeah, nobody took any magic damage. Yeah, it all was like the damage you took is because it is so hot.
Okay.
But yeah, you all pop out here. When you get out of the current, you guys can all make like cool ass flips out of the water if you want to, but know that the liquid is orange until you all start to splash out. When you splash out, it is silver. And it's resonating.
Laura absolutely does the standard like hair flip thing from out of the water.
You know when you hop out of the water as a Zora in Zelda?
Yeah.
That's how I flip out.
Honestly, Kay was probably gasping for breath because, they got everything knocked out of them and they're not used to having to breathe like this, so.
I just landed in a superhero pose.
Yeah, y'all all land cool, I just land on my face.
Ooh, it's gonna bruise later.
Laura does the little hair flip like Little Mermaid on the rock thing, and just with the splash behind her blowing up perfectly. It's like, man, if only there was someone here to see that.
Sitting on the edge, combing your hair with a fork.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Vija in her camera?
So you all get kegged, yeah.
Are you okay? Oh. Sorry, that's
No,
in
I'm
bad
okay.
taste, isn't it? Are you well?
I have been worse. I've been burned worse.
Yeah, I didn't love that for you. Where are we?
Around you. Ooh, sorry, if you wanted to answer.
It appears that we're in some underground caverns that presumably feed the springs.
Not
I think
underground.
This is underground.
Yeah, you
Oh.
guys came. You went down, followed a channel, came up further down.
I see the sky now. I was not zoomed out enough. I don't know.
Here, let me give you guys what you see. Around you, there are the multicolored pond little pools again. I've got to actually shrink you guys down a little bit if you want to know the actual scale. You're probably that.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's big.
This is a very. The word fleshy comes to mind, but I like that about as much as the like slippery. It is.
Membranous.
Sorry, what was that one?
Membranous.
Membranous, a little bit. It definitely looks like it's growing a little bit, undulating, if you will. This pool right here is bright orange. These, like all the bright orange ones are bright orange, but the rest of them are the different colors, the different kinds of magic that people have been coming to these hot springs for forever.
So the one that we just left, you said it turned silver, so does it just read as adventure now?
Oh no, that's just the splashing on your way out.
Oh, okay.
Like what's dripping off of us.
Yeah, with like if magic would be dripping off of you, it would be, except for Caram, who used his null to prevent it. Everybody who used adventure is silver.
I didn't use a tag, I got my ass beat.
This is pretty.
It's gorgeous.
There is an immense amount of magic being gathered in this fleshy bit. And this fleshy thing. You see crystals poking out of many holes, and that is just magical as hell. Like Caram and Vatna, both of you, for reasons of having null, can feel it as almost a sensitivity, almost like a mosquito in your ear. Like, you can ignore it, but as you get here, you feel it.
So poor Vatna can't see all of the
I'm
pretty
missing
colors.
out.
Oh,
Sad
it's
moth
gorgeous. Kay says, forgetting for a moment. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to get closer. Can I get closer?
Yeah.
Describe it for me, Kay.
Oh gosh.
Do you have any part of you I can read?
Are you going to do like a raw 20-sider, or do you want to use your researcher or magical?
I mean, I feel like researcher or magical both fit here.
Could use both.
Yeah, I'm debating if Kay is being curious for the sake of research or just curious for the sake of curious.
Could be both.
Yeah, true. That is very, yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll go with both. I wanna peek, and I hope I don't roll 2 fucking ones again. Oh hey, a nat 20.
So, as you begin looking at it, it looks like it doesn't just look like it. You see it expand quite a bit. It almost doubles in size. And then, like a giant exhale, just as you hear steam come rushing out of multiple vents near some of the crystals and out the top, and it pushes directly into the air, and you see thousands of the fireflies take to the sky. And then once they get up there, they don't come back down. As you see huge amounts of magic. Almost the word tumor comes to mind, but like tumors, malignant growths of magic, where you would at one point in time recognize that those creatures would have to hunt for their source of food. They would have to find the fires, they'd have to go. This is incredibly easy access magic. It's just right there. So you were right, 100%, that their food cycle has been messed with. But they're not losing out, they just have this opportunity.
Can I see, like, a source for all this under all that?
Once again, the first thing you would see is that this fleshy thing that underneath all of these crystals is a creature. And it does appear to just be... There's a creature down there slurping up the rest of this. Like the bugs are eating its magic, this thing is eating magic, and it is constantly growing.
So...
That sounds
Is-
like my nightmare.
So, is this growth part of that, or is it separate from it?
Oh, it's part of it. Everything you see that is not the springs is the creature.
So, not unlike a tick. I don't want to say red cap unless it is like a red cap, because obviously red caps are their own thing.
Oh, it's not like a red cap. Not in that regard.
Yeah. Could it... Is this... This might be a stupid question. Is this just a really, really, really big one of those bugs?
It does not appear to be that.
Okay. And I don't know if I'd be able to see it from here, but is it slurping it from like the spring? Or is it like, are we talking like a weir root or...
You all were so lucky you didn't just end up in its mouth.
Holy shit. So it's just slurping from... What is this and how did it get here? I don't suppose I've seen anything like this.
No, but with a 20, you can try to with a 20, I'm gonna give you an answer, and then you can try to let me know if you think your character would be able to figure it out.
Don't forget we have a guy in one active.
Then yeah, so it is. It is cancer, like an autoimmune situation. Magic looped onto itself so much and too quickly, too powerfully, that this is a malignant growth. Okay? You know that this is dangerous for the Echo. It is going to spread. It is going to cause great harm. It is going to block up the weir. If given time, this whole thing will cross all of Tefrates and then continue to go. And you can already tell this isn't even its final form.
Oh. Fun. So, no thought, just eat, grow. Not quite plant, obviously, but, you know.
Yeah, not like contamin... It's like the whole world will get a really, really big tumor all around it. Like, yeah, I guess you might be able to live on it.
We need to get rid of this.
But it's so pretty. Can we just, like,
Do we
leave
need
it
to get-
until I can come back and see it when I'm better?
I mean, the real question is, do we need to get rid of it, or do we just need to fix it?
This is malignant. This is not. This is going to spread and cause harm to everything.
Oh, one of those situations. What are we talking about here? Another Loa situation? Is this Loa?
It's some sort of a creature, and it's it dug too deeply again. No, it's some sort of creature, and it's I can't tell what sort it is, but it's just consuming the magic and getting bigger and bigger.
Couldn't be me. So we have to get rid of this or the creature?
Well, this is part of the creature. Kay says, looking up at this thing that is many times our height.
Oh, so step one.
So find the living creature and kill it.
Cut our way down to it?
Is there... Well, we could look at it a couple of ways, I suppose. Cut it off from the source and then try and figure out how to take it out, or start from here and work our way down.
Creature. How many
So that part,
more of these are there to you?
I didn't see any others, did I?
No, this, you see one thing.
The one big thing, okay.
I can think of a way that we could get to the core of it.
Is it back the way we came?
Points at the top.
I think we were lucky for it to not eat us the first time.
I don't think we want to go in that way.
Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. Remember the null bath pellets?
Mm-hmm.
Point up to the moths and say, we can make a lot more of those.
I'm hearing what you're saying.
They didn't do much in the pool, and there's a lot of concentrated magic here, but it might at least make it a little bit safer were we to climb in. As far as the heat,
I mean,
Alan,
magical. Go ahead.
How fast does it look like are any of these full, and how fast did it take for them to get full?
The bugs?
Pustules?
Yeah.
Oh, the bugs.
The bugs. It takes them a little while. There are some that weren't full that have reached peak fullness, but they are not. They don't immediately fly into the air. It appears that it takes the steam to blow them into the air.
Gotcha.
But yeah, they are mostly around these crystals. Like, the unfull ones are drinking directly out of the crystals, the exact same way the one was trying to eat the glass.
Gotcha.
Almost like smoking. You need a filter, or else it's harsh. I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't smoke. Don't smoke, kids.
Smoking is bad, kids. Just because the ceremony is neat to look at or whatever doesn't mean you should do it.
But yeah, also remember, we're not your moms. Live your life. Time is fleeting. We're all gonna die.
Just because it looks cool watching these bugs lick these crystals, don't lick these crystals. Or something.
Vatna pulls away from her. Fine.
This is fucking Vatna's rock
Not endorsed
candy.
a
If I've ever
This is
seen
not an
it,
endorsed
so.
statement by Lore. Lore is looking at him going, I wonder what flavor those are.
Can I get crystal samples just for later study?
Oh, absolutely. How are you gonna do that?
So I would carry around like mystician type tools, so I probably have a container of some variety. As far as breaking it off, that is the question.
Laura would offer to break some off.
And show me what you got, because I don't want no 1 minute man. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm pretty sure in this in this case, I don't know. I'm trying to decide if she would just try and like break it off or bite it off. Either way, it's using the monstrous tag.
Laura's like,
Yeah, for
"Dang,
sure.
dang,
I think
dang,
I'm gonna bite. I think she'd bite it.
All right, which one are you going after? All these crystals are actually the crystals there. Like there's one down here, there's one here, there's one over here, there's one up here, and then there's one over here.
Another question, because these are growing out of the thing, or are they just kind of there?
Ah, okay. Roll me a 20-sider, so
Sorry,
I can tell
this
you
may
all that
depend,
you
like-
see with them. Just so I can see, just so I can tell you that even a
Yeah.
1 just means you're basically oblivious, but you're not. 14, success. Now that I know that you've stopped to take a look at them, these crystals are coming from directly. If this is skin, they are protruding outwards. They have been forced out. You can see like a lip around it, almost like
meth
nails,
addicts
like nails or like your teeth.
or meth addicts whenever the meth comes back out of their skin.
Condensed, crystallized magic forcing its way back out.
Yes. I made a note. Let me check it. Here we go. Fast, crystallized. Yep. Like what if magic had kidney stones? Is how I've described this.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Second question. This thing, this cancerous massive thing it's currently oblivious to us, right? Or it just like doesn't care that we exist right now, right?
It cares about you the same amount the ground cares about you.
Perfect. Laura's going to assume and hope she's right. That because it currently doesn't care about us, and it doesn't care about the bugs on there, it's not really gonna care when she goes to take a bite out of a crystal. Also, Laura is curious if like each of the colors are different flavors, so she's gonna end up wanting to get at least a bite out of each of them.
Yeah,
But
this
she's
one's
gonna
kidney,
start with the
this
closest
one's
one.
liver, this one's spleen.
She's
I don't
gonna
know what
start
other
with the
parts of your
closest
body. All right, give me 2d20 because of your monstrous tag.
Just thinking of plum tree flavor.
Yeah, you snap the crystal off, and it sounds like bone breaking. It is definitely not stone. It tastes pretty good, I guess. I have no real. These springs are good. We cook things in these. I think it tastes more savory than you expecting. Kind of like. Oh shit, Laura would know. Why does it taste like octopus beak?
Laura literally has that moment where she takes it out of her mouth, looks at it, looks at where like it broke off, looks at it, just like looks puzzled for a second, and then just shrugs.
Oh no, this will be really funny. Hold on. So, as you look at it for a second and shrug, an eye opens and looks directly at you,
Oh,
and the mountain of it begins quivering. All of the flies take off and run. I start flying away.
Oh god, it has Resident Evil logic.
Oh, good.
I've got to move where Laura is on this next map.
It looks like fucking Cthulhu.
So I'm guessing that hurt it.
Oh yeah, roll me a d12.
Guys, I think we've done something.
What did it
11
taste
damage
like?
is not bad.
Lore, Lore will let Vatna know this one. This crystal tasted like octopus beak.
Where
A
have
little
you
strange if you're
tasted
not used to it, but actually pretty good. Lore will now take this to mean that the best way to deal with it would be to just take a bite, keep taking bites out of the crystal. I mean, destroying the crystal, but in her way, it's just going to be taking bites out of it because she knows her teeth are strong.
Yeah, because of that roll, each crystal has 10 HP, and whenever you attack one of the crystals, you deal a d12 damage, regardless of how you attacked it, as long as you succeed. Let me put the
Nice.
crystals. So there's one.
Yeah,
But this thing is moving. It is like it drags a huge, like tree much larger than a tree trunk, like a subway car size tentacle out of the underneath you and slaps it down on the ground in rage. This is going to be towards, well, all of you. This is from. It has a tough choice, everyone. Like, it's tough choice, like, and I'm gonna give the tough choice onto you. It's gonna hurt itself and show you something cool, but you all will have to take 2d12 damage for you to learn that. And we gotta make that call before I roll those 2d12.
Remind me, we all have 50 hit points.
We all start with 50.
We can take it.
We could take it.
I'm reckless and adventurous right now. We can take it.
Laura's gonna do her best to stay, like, on top of it. Potentially seeing
absolutely.
if she gets, like, slightly dislodged, if she can just fling herself towards another crystal.
Does it
Oh,
still
for
have
sure.
that hole in its head?
What's that? Oh, that's one of its many mouths.
Oh, nice. Very, very
Good
nice.
news, we don't need to go in the mouth.
Good news, we would have been going in the mouth no matter which way we went.
We're just like, good news, I think I made it angry.
Good
Well,
job,
you
now we
two
don't have
won't
to
have to-
dig.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I did get worried there for a second. I was like, oh no, you guys think you have to go underground. You don't. This one isn't an underground episode. Alright, Bouquet, are you good with the 2d12 damage?
Yeah.
Alright, here it comes.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
That you guys can all think, I believe it was Osiria that said that? Yeah, it is.
This is
Lord.
fine.
So the tentacle comes across and just smashes down on you all, like hits you right into the ground. Like you think you can take it for a second, and then all of a sudden it's just like, no. It's that cartoon moment where from a distance it looks like it's small, but then the shadow gets huge over you and just slams you on the ground. And
I have a
it
question.
pancakes you all. Oh, what's up, Laura?
I have a question, just for Lore, just because Lore is already, like, on it and not the ground. Like, fully, I am still taking this damage. But rather than getting pancaked, would it be possible for Lore to attempt to, like, again, like I was saying, try and fling herself towards another crystal?
Oh yeah, I think it's definitely attacking you in a different way. I almost think it is, you know, how an octopus can shoot ink at you? Straight raw, overheated. No, that's wrong too. That's wrong. But yeah, Laura, you'll be
Cancer
okay
blood.
because you're about to see it slaps at you guys, and one of its tentacles goes into the orange, hot liquid, and you see it like. What if a creature the size of a mountain could yelp? And pulls its tentacle back and does the shake it like it took damage?
Is
So
it
it
okay
likes
if I
it, but
play?
it hurts?
I would like to say it's funny that Midnight said that.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Is it okay if I play a cross counter?
I was gonna do it too.
Yeah, for sure. You guys can both cross counter. Oh wait, only one of you can because there's a recast time on it. You will deal 24 damage to it. The damage it will deal to you, you get to deal back to it.
Out of curiosity,
Alright.
my ability to use as a reaction the electricity shield, how does that transfer here? Because it
I don't
halves
think-
damage. And it can reflect damage if I do, like, it used to be able to reflect damage that I took instead of me taking it, but I don't know how that works in this new.
You can roll your magic tag to try to shield yourself.
Okay, cool. That's what, 2d20?
That would be 2d20. Yep. 1 second, Crom. We'll get right to you. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, Lore can have it.
Okay. I was gonna offer it to you because Alan already said that Laura successfully does at least fling herself onto another crystal while taking the damage.
Why
But,
do you think
yeah.
the cross counter works?
Fair enough.
So the idea behind the shield initially was that I would half damage, and if I used, like, if I overcharged it, it would reflect the damage that I halved.
I think now it's that's on a 20 effect.
Okay,
Like you
alright.
will half damage unless you roll a 20, and then you can reflect that damage back.
Okay, so half damage. Gotcha.
Yeah, absolutely. And Laura, you're gonna cross counter, and what does that
Yes.
look like?
So as Lore gets knocked from the crystal she's on right here. Oh good, I didn't lose myself behind that one. By the force of the damage and everything, and it sends her into the other one, she just full claws out, grabs to not get like knocked to the ground, and just uses full monstrous force to like grab and pull, and in the process it just rips like half of this crystal out.
Hell yeah.
Well, if you're doing 24 to it, you rip that whole crystal out.
Okay, the whole crystal. I was going with half of like Lore stays, but you're right. Whole crystal rips out, and then like one claw kind of just like shoved in the creepy flesh. Because Lore is not falling if she can help it. She just looks at Kay and goes, "I got you another sample."
We'll have to collect it afterwards.
I don't think I played the card, but I don't think it went through. Weird.
I want to move from where I just was.
Oh, absolutely. You guys did get flattened. It put its tentacle in this one down here, and then it only has one tentacle above the ground. Basically, the rest of them are, if it has more. It does. So yeah, you did 24 to it right there, and you did 11 to it before, so it has taken 35 damage. All right. But yeah, go for it. You guys can take turns if you guys want. If you prefer an initiative order, everybody can just roll 20-siders and we can see where we go. But otherwise, we'll just take turns, and this creature will go last.
Turns. And I think my cross counter is broken because it's just not going through. It's still like I hit it. It didn't go away. It just like closed the page for the card. And now when I'm trying to do it again, it's just not going. So it might just be
No,
broken.
Streamloots itself, the whole thing seems like it might be down right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I just tried it myself just to see what.
You're all good. I
just want
believe
you
in
to
you.
know that the text for that was Lord taking a chunk out of another crystal and wondering what this one tastes like.
I don't know. Octopi don't have bones. I honestly think that one might just taste mostly like bug chitin.
Oh, hey, mine went through.
Hooray!
I want to fly up to one of this thing's eyes. Does Kay or Caram want to come?
Coming to the other eye.
Yeet. Well, I can't toss you because that's trademarked, so I'll drop you off on the way. And then I want to, it's a day about learning new things. I want to combine I want to use my null tag and my alchemist tag to try and hurt this thing.
Which way were you? Do you mean you are trying to remove it from existence? Like, are you trying to basically erase this thing? Is that the goal?
Yeah, like if it's a magical cancer just needs to be removed. Like you don't want to redistribute that back into
No,
whatever
absolutely.
system
Buddy's doing
this
radiation therapy.
encompasses. So yeah,
Yeah, go for it. Give me I would say 3d20. Oh, okay.
I need to note, this just reminded me legitimately of like a friend of mine's cancer treatment because they had radiation and then they had what they like to refer to as forbidden rock candy, which is just like a crystallized mass removed from their body as part of the cancer treatment. This is very accurate to cancer.
Yeah, this game got too real. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. It's like, hey, what if we make Cthulhu magical cancer? Like, I was like, oh, that's a fun idea. Also, if you guys haven't listened to the song Deep Fried by Narcissus Cookbook, go listen to that song. Maybe not right now, but listen to it at some point. It's really good and is just this game. Okay, so here is my pitch to you, Vatna.
I'm all ears.
If you use Null and Alchemist to try to erase this thing from reality, this thing has a max of 100 HP. That's how much HP it started with. We already know it got hit for 35, but it's still got 65 HP left. If you roll,
Oh, hey, now one of mine went through.
we'll get those refunded. Nika had to go lay down, but
No, that's
and
fine.
I'm not actually allowed to refund. Just roll 20. Not that Nika tells me I can't.
Yeah.
So here is my idea. You can take an extra d20 for every tag that you use on your accuracy, or you can start with 1d12 for damage, and then go to 1d20, and then go to 1d100 if you spend all 3 tag points in damage.
At which point that would be 1d20 for accuracy.
Yeah, it's 1d20 for accuracy. So if you just use
I got
one tag point, you're only rolling 1d20, but you're rolling a d100 for damage.
I'll try it.
All right, yeah, let's see it. This could be the worst. Okay. Tough
So
choice.
close to that
so
20.
Close to that 20.
Tough choice. Yeah, I will say you can still do the D100, but you have to lose 50% of it. Or you do the 100% of it, but you hit you and Caram at the same time. Like you two both get hit by the backlash of it.
I don't think we can tank that much.
Yeah, because it very easily could put you both at 0.
So it'd be 12, a 20, and 100, and half that.
Oh, no, the 1d100 and D100 and half it.
Sure.
Oof.
Aw.
Oof.
Rounded up to 11. But so this, what did it look like as you were trying to pull its like? You were trying to stop it from existing, right?
Yeah. It's focused on the eye, so I was just like, yeah, kind of like going around the circumference trying to hollow it out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. 1/10 of its HP, for sure. You see its eye just stops existing. Like it never had that eye to begin with.
Does that look familiar to the time that I erased a tree?
It's probably very similar.
Oh, fun.
All right, but yeah,
It's like, okay, Caram, I admit it's highly effective. Just don't make a big deal about it.
I'm gonna use reckless and attack this thing's other eye.
I should have used impulsive, but yeah.
go ahead and roll me 2d20. Take the lowest.
Oh.
So unlike and I'm guessing you're gonna like strike downward with either the empty or your null fist.
I'm just gonna two-legged, just like grab the eyelid and two-legged hit it into the eye.
Unlike when Vatna very carefully peeled it out of existence, and then it just pew. Amazing work. Caram, as you slam down on it, it vents all of its magic at once. All of the magic that is held in this crystal just Kamehamehas Caram. Now I am going to roll 2d12. So you take 14, but I don't think that moves you. I think you've cracked it, and it did not actually throw you back. You take 14 damage, but it's still just like raw magic racing over you. And I will give you the chance to roll null on this to see if you can brace yourself for it. I will give you another attack right here, but you have to do it with null.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, yeah, give me 2d20 again. Yeah, that fucking 13 will do it. Adventure. It's gonna hit you for another d12 damage. 7. I hope you're not dead.
No. I haven't been. Hold on. 14, 21, 24. So I'm below 10.
14, 21, 24. You didn't take 21 damage, did you? Oh no. Okay, you were just adding. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was like, where's that other 21?
21 plus
Oh,
25.
Yeah.
40.
At 4 HP, you're just, I'm gonna punch this thing in the eye.
Jesus
Or
Christ.
kick this thing in the eye. Alright. Yeah. You break it, and I want you to tell me what it looks like, but I want it to be night and day between Vatna very carefully cutting it away and taking no damage in the process, and you just shattering this. There is crystalline fragments of this thing's eye everywhere right now.
So it did that crack and like shot Caram up some, but he kept a grab on the eyelid, and he just pulled himself down and crashed through it himself, just shattering it all the way through.
Yeah, roll me 2d8. No, 2d12. You hit the crystal, and you hit the crystal with null. 16, yeah, that... Okay, so you did 11... 36. No, wait, sorry. My math, I lost my math, everybody. 25 plus 11... Wait, how much damage have we done to this thing?
There's the cross counter.
The cross counter was
There was
24.
the initial,
35 total.
the initial snapping of the crystal that Lore did.
So yeah, it's 35 total with the cross counter and the first snapping of the crystal for the 11.
62.
This. Oh my god.
Math.
You guys have taken it down. This is just the glowingness of it. In case anybody's wondering what the hell that token is.
The object.
It was production value. Caram, Lore, and Vatna, this is a avoidable but unstoppable thing that it is doing. The whole thing is shaking as it begins standing up. How do you get off of it?
Are we gonna give Kay a turn before this, or?
You hit it under 50 HP, so it has to happen right now, or else Kay might kill it before it does it.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys forced the change.
We forced the cutscene.
Do I have to get off of it?
If you don't get off of it, you have to take another D12 damage. And you have to make the decision before I roll that D12.
I've done the math on what my health is. I can take it. Laura is just full claws into the flesh.
I'm going to go hide myself amongst the bugs that are flying around.
Oh yeah, you bent right
has
up.
Just become shadows of the Colossus for Laura. She is full claws in, climbing her way.
I'll just use one of the gliders to just
Adventure.
Yeah, fuck it. You know what? I'm not even making you roll for it. Here we go. All right.
Oh, he's beautiful.
That's
Gorgeous.
the cursed thought in my head that I nearly said out loud.
Sorry, I had to get rid of his eyes.
No, those eyes
That's
were right
mean.
there. I nearly said it out loud, but I had to share it.
I mean, my ass would have said it, but you know, you do you.
I try
There's just-
sometimes. I try to filter myself occasionally.
There's a line in that song I'm telling all of you to listen to that's hentai tentacles gonna kick you right in the genitals. Like, and that has been on a repeat this whole game because I knew we were gonna get here.
Somebody clip it, somebody clip it.
Just go listen to that song. It's amazing.
It's called what?
It's called
Fried?
Deep Fried. Yep, by Narcissus Cookbook, which is also the name of today's game if you looked in the mission report.
It has some extra sizzle.
It really does. All right. So just so we know, there are hot pools all around this area. Just AI. But if you say that you want to try to like lure a tentacle in or something, but not that you guys fucking need to. Here we go. Okay, rest of the team fucking taken to the sky. Laura holding on for dear lunch. You did see Caram take a fucking hit and take a couple hits, but he is still trucking.
Yeah, he's being his usual stubborn ass and is gonna get his ass beat by Cash after Cash fixes him.
Oh, I may regret this. Alan, are you gonna roll that damage for me?
Oh, of course.
We don't want to forget that.
Oh,
Ah, perfect! Fantastic!
God.
so
You had to ask.
Laura's just getting that handed to her.
On a scale of 1 to 50, Laura's feeling about an 8 right now. She's not letting go though. She is just.
Those are two
Must
lowest
win her
that we've
way
been,
up.
4 and 8. Oh, no, Syria was really hurt one game, but I can't remember how low.
It definitely wasn't the birthday game.
I was gonna say, Caram, on a scale of 1 to
Oh, I
50,
know.
how are you feeling?
4.
So I can't help but notice that Kay is surrounded by a lot of magical energy. And Kay is a bit of a magical energy conduit. Can I use magical construct and my Glitterheart transformation to try and use that to channel this shit into attacking this?
Oh yeah, that the transformation tag is just transformation. So just so
Yeah,
you
I know
Oh,
it was transformation. I was just clarifying for the chat.
oh, I got you. Okay, absolutely.
So yeah, can I don't know, try that?
Yeah, sure. Let us know what are we trying to do first? Like,
I am trying. So the reason Kay is doing this is because this giant thing is clearly injured by the very thing that it's been drinking from. So they are trying to basically draw in some of the energy from the pools and redirect it at this thing to harm it.
yeah, absolutely.
And I guess this would also be adventures.
Yeah, you want to spend what 4 tags? 1, 2.
Yeah, I have 4 left.
Oh god. Use it to make a spear bomb.
That's kinda. I mean, it's less directly a spirit bomb because it's gonna be crackling in the form of electricity, and.
The second you throw that adventurous tag in there, it's a big ass silver ball of lightning. Just so
I
you know.
know.
Okay,
mean,
just making sure.
I am very aware, but. Well. Maybe
Adventure.
I couldn't. I don't know.
Adventure.
We're trying to-
sure, I raise
we're
my
trying
hands
to
and
get
give
rid of this
Kay
thing.
some of my energy.
No, but yeah. Yeah. Alright, Kay. 5d20.
So that's what, 5d20, or well, 5 dice.
Yeah, 5 dice. Do you want... Alright, so your damage on this is going to be d12s.
Okay.
So each die, you can get an additional d12 for it.
So, can I do, if it's 5 dice, would that be, can I do 2, I don't know if I want to do 2 with damage and 3 with attack, or...
I'm going to throw you a bone here, because you all make... And Vatna is saying... Everybody's saying Spear Ball and Vatna giving energy and stuff. Everybody, like Vatna, Lore, and Caram, you could use 1 tag point on Adventure to boost the damage, not the accuracy, but you can give him another die. Him, and you can give Kay.
He, she, they.
Yeah, I know that they are like you are completely fine with he, she, and they for them, but in my head, I always feel terrible. I always feel like I misgender them. That's why I like to stick with they.
I constantly change it up when I do, like, RP just because
Oh yeah,
it's fun.
I am not saying there's anything wrong with your character. I'm saying there is something wrong with my mind that...
Think about it like this. You can swap around the pronouns because it's fun. It's fun. So,
Yeah, brother.
So you're saying what? 5
that
dice
your
plus
dice are the only dice that can change the accuracy. But if they want to spend a tag point, they get to give you more damage. They can decide that after you hit, though.
Oh, they can decide after I hit. Okay. So freaking Jesus. If I roll 5.
If you roll 5, the max you can get is 4d12. But
That's true. Can I do 5 and 5 then? No, 5, sorry, 4 and, Jesus, brain, math.
so you want to do 4d20s, 2d12s, and then leave it up for them if they want to spend more?
Yeah.
Alright. Give me them 4d20s.
There's a nat 20 and a 1.
Yeah, that's a reap and sow for sure.
Unless you want to remove the 1, since we didn't use your and Vatna's thing earlier.
That is fair
true.
too. I'm down for it, absolutely.
Yeah,
Be professional.
I know we said that K doesn't erase things anymore, but I almost want to do that on purpose. Like, get rid of the 1. and try and erase this thing.
Yeah, for sure. I'm adding one of my tag points.
I'll do it.
Adventure!
Adventure!
Yes,
Adventure
well,
bomb!
Adventure!
All right, so here's how that nat 20. So that is 12, 24, 36, 48, 60. You all deal 60 damage to it. On a 20, you don't roll the 12-sider. You just
Oh.
take the highest.
Can that knock out my null tag with that attack? Just by proximity?
I think the lightning doesn't even like hit you. I think it just like strikes all around you, and like you and Caram are just fine.
This
Like,
is just proof
absolute-
that Kay finally knows how to use their damn electricity.
I believe in you!
Yeah, it hits. This silver blast of lightning starts like goes up through the nostril, and then you guys just see the lightning coursing out of it. The crystals are popping off, landing into the hot springs. Very like doing a steeped tea situation, everyone.
Tea. I like tea.
Remember the last time?
Some of them are landing in those super hot magma vents, and they are cooling back down. They are becoming multicolored. The ones up by the volcano, still gonna be hot as hell. Still gonna be the way that they are, but
Can the nasty flesh stuff just be, like, gone? It's not
It's,
supposed to be here. I watched Vatna get rid of it.
he was trying to get rid of it through null. You don't have the null tag.
That's fair. I have erased things in the past on accident.
Mm-hmm.
And
Unless
did
you
this-
want to go the null tag path,
No,
and that's the only way we're gonna like remove magic, so we can
That's
keep
fair.
null
Okay.
feeling special.
I wanted... Because this... I have erased spells and magic before in the past, so that's kind of where I was thinking. Like, and it was less removing the magic like Null does and more unwriting it. It's fine if you don't want to go that way. It was just the thought that I had.
Yeah, I don't think we can.
Okay.
But it can. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, that was one hell of a counterspell, though.
Where did I put you guys as tokens? Nope,
We
not
just
there.
group nuked this thing.
Also, I just want to say that like Laura's first thought watching the lightning hit is that she's been shocked before and she's not gonna get shocked again. So she will push herself off and do kind of a like backward swan dive and aim for one of the not orange pools of water.
Oh, absolutely. You all can get free from this. Like, you all did an amazing.
Adventure.
Was it literally just you all forcing Adventure into that attack? It's like all 4 Lockstitch style doing it? Or did you each do your own individual attack while you were up there?
Forcing it into it.
That's what I thought, but
Yeah, Kay was like drawing in the energy, so they were providing it, was the thought. It's like
Oh, I'm agreeing with you. I just 1 second. I'm just setting tokens up. I realize you guys can't hear me when I nod.
Yeah, just nod louder, please.
I don't have that superpower.
As you all come like down off of its body, and the area starts changing, This is its head. This is not like its body. Like it is floating in the leftover orange, and it smells amazing.
Ooh, calamari.
Are we just riding it down like the river?
You're just riding it, just like log rolling it to make sure it gets evenly fried.
Yeah, like those log rolling competitions, just to rotisserate it.
Oop, sorry, grabbed the wrong Caram again. You can tell that I didn't know which one we were using for him.
And happily, despite using a huge chunk of magic, Kay looks tired but fine, unlike in the past.
I look like I'm ready to
I
keep
was gonna
going,
say-
but ready to fall.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
y'all
Kayla
look like you're about
happy,
to
tired but
fall
fine,
over.
unlike Caram and Lore.
Kay is, I mean, because I negated it, I'm at like 31, so Kay is relatively fine.
I thought about using stunts. Where's the fun in that?
Stunts.
So, what is this thing? Now that I'm getting like a good look at it, not fighting for my life.
Oh hey, and you can look around and like see some of what's going on without the null tag on you.
He still has the null tag.
Oh, JK.
Yeah.
Damn. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, you lightning wasn't actually able to like restore his
I missed.
magical.
Wasn't that powerful.
Damn.
Hit me again.
Got the police. Oh god, they're right outside.
So
Hold
we're
on,
gonna-
everybody.
All right.
Don't
Don't be on fire.
Yeah. I just realized that when Kay's face lights up, their mouth doesn't open.
So, Lore, what is the best way to fry a fish?
High and fast. Get a nice crispy outside, keep the inside all nice and flaky and juicy.
It's not a low and slow.
We're still
No.
alive. Nobody panic. I don't know what the hell that is though. Maybe panic a little bit for us.
Ah!
Thank you.
I kind of always am though.
Panicking for us,
Yeah,
or just panicking in general.
panicking for you to specific.
Yeah, it's not the best neighborhood, honestly. But you know what it is? The cheapest. Anyway, back to this game where we don't have to be concerned about that. Because we're log rolling an octopus down a fucking...
Yeah, get on here,
River-
guys.
Yeah, Lore says high and fast, so we gotta like get it out quick.
Okay, hold on. We're taking it out of the deep fryer. Where are we taking it?
Oh, we're cooking it in the deep fryer, but then making sure to get it out quickly is all.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I don't know what we're doing after that point, but that's all we're aiming for.
Do any of y'all?
I mean, I could go for some lunch.
Me too.
Do we need to
I
find
never
the
got-
people that cook again?
We're the people that cook now.
I am the chef now.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm Clem.
Alan, get to steal Clem's pelt and wear it around.
Oh, it's not me. I was talking for Caram in that situation.
Oh.
It's just Caram wearing one of those like bathrobe onesies, but it's just Clem.
Oh my god.
Oh no, it's a hard game.
No. It's a merchandise.
Oh, so it's not actually Clem.
That would be fucking wild.
Get a
I
Clementine
thought
onesie.
I was saying I was saying it like merch. I wasn't thinking we were actually skinning Clem. But here we are.
I thought
Sorry,
that's what I
Clem.
thought.
This.
The Somali pirate really took over in it. I have food tokens, but there's no way I have a fried calamari token, right? That doesn't make any sense.
Do you have the meat on a bone token?
I was gonna say you could just take one of these tentacles and make it like orange.
I have chicken.
Close enough.
It's become poultry.
You guys, I don't know why, but this kind of tastes like chicken.
Oh, the kebab's good.
Yep, it's about as. Oh, hold on.
I mean, we've already said that everything comes out of here like the perfect fried chicken. So, or not fried chicken, but fried
Nuggies.
fish. So,
Nuggies.
So yeah, you all. Oh, go ahead.
I take the stick from the kebab to eat the nuggets.
We still don't know how that got there, though.
No,
So
would-
did
would
we
you-
fix it?
Absolutely.
go.
Like you start to see all of the waters are coming back to their normal by this being a magical hot spring. All of the waters are supposed to be a different color. These ones are cooling off significantly. They're going to be a little bit hotter for a couple of days, but give it time. Also, it's not venting up anymore, and you see the bugs start to come back down and start landing around this area.
Well, looks like we fixed the problem. Also,
And-
if I had to guess, this I once fought a squid in the sea to the north of here. It could have just came from there.
I mean, for a second, I thought the shark turned into a squid, and that was the problem. But glad that happened only in a dream.
Also, I do have to mention, this is not an actual squid. It literally is just magic cancer.
Okay. So,
It was made like because of year 20. I'll give it to you. There is nothing inherently natural to this thing. This is magic made flesh and then just stacked on top of itself and had this like grotesque squid-like form. Like-
So it's a mutant spirit.
A bunch of spirit.
now-
Go ahead.
they said now it's deep fried and tastes like delicious fish.
Exactly that.
so it's because the magic was coming back. It couldn't deal with it, and hopefully now that we have excised this and more time has passed, it will be able to stabilize without having this happen again.
We can always come back and check now that we know that it's a potential issue. It's just something that we just have to stop by and monitor every so often.
That seems like the smart idea. We don't want it to get to this level again.
Keep an eye out for similar phenomena.
Yeah, this isn't the only place that it could happen, I would assume.
That is a very good line of thinking that in the future there might be missions where you come up across a giant magical enemy that just has to be taken down. I was trying to do that with the corruption, but I felt like I was making them too cute and you guys were didn't want to kill them anyway.
Depends on the group. I
What if
enjoyed burning the straw man.
Right? But what if
Yeah,
I just
that was fun.
what if I make sure that everybody knows that this is cancer?
Kill it.
Everyone knows cancer needs to die.
Exactly, right? There's nobody sympathizing for cancer.
the problem, Alan, is that you keep giving the cancer a face.
I don't know. I wanted to kill this face.
Yeah, but
yeah, that
like,
whole like giant slit down the middle of its forehead really wasn't doing it for me.
No, it was not.
yeah, it's just the thing with the crew is if they see a face, they're more likely to want to keep it.
Just like my great uncle Steve, head in a jar.
So, these are like some of the spa people. Like they were, if you had come to this location, they were gonna be upset that they couldn't use the spa. And now, like they were like not the spa, but the hot springs. They were from the resort. They all have their towels in hand. They were coming to go use it, but then it was gonna be too hot. But you all have started to fix that. It's still a little bit too hot for them, but they are very interested in eating some of this giant cephalopod.
And we've ruined the change in the other people's fried food business. They're gonna have to go back to using normal fire.
Mm-mm. They're still good. Like next to the volcano, still orange.
Just
Further
are
down,
going to have to worry about these little guys now.
Yeah, my concern is that if they're still doing that, like where are the flying things getting fire from at this point?
The spring.
I think it's just that the updraft from like the excess magic from the spring and the increased temperature is pushing them up into the air and letting them go off elsewhere now.
Yeah, it was eating from the squid. It getting way too much magic, and then just being shot off and carried in the winds.
They ate like just fire before, and the magic consumption was okay.
They eat the heat magic, pointing at the orange pool.
There was an excess of heat magic, and so it was causing an updraft, which was sending them up and then like sending them beyond the ranges of the hot springs.
So I guess all that's left is to make sure that we let people know to keep an eye out for growths.
In the meantime, let's eat.
Yep.
Yep.
This will be 5 monies each.
Laurel will just start like carving chunks off.
these people sent because they are both they are all incredibly rich because they're here at this resort. No, I think this resort's for everybody, but they definitely pay.
Mm.
And yeah, the credits roll as you all eating with this group of people. It's just like, so to my character spreadsheet.
I would like to imagine that while eating, Laura's leaning against like the one crystal that she just like fully yanked out of the thing.
Oh yeah,
You know,
those
because we still
crystals
gotta take it back for testing.
as mysticians for both Vatna. The mystician would help, and once you guys are back and you can study it and you've got your magical back, you can begin tracking this kind of thing as a build up. You know what I mean?
We
This
can
thing.
We were kind of also doing like something similar with I think Soki was researching these spikes and anomalies.
Oh yeah. We can add these as to another thing that we can start resonating with. This crystal is closer to bone or like beak than it is actually crystal. And you know that this is just calcified magic is the way that I want to say that what this crystal is. We could make things out of it if we wanted to, but right now we have to research it.
I think it's best used to research and use to find things like this. We can always get more if we're hunting these things, but if we don't know where they are, we can't prevent them from getting worse.
Can Caram and Vatna practice kung fu on poles over the hot springs?
1000%
Laura's,
Karam and Vatna can practice Kung Fu on poles.
I would like it known that Laura will be taking one of the smaller chunks of crystal that she got and deep frying it in the hottest spring and eating it.
Yeah, that is nuggets.
Nuggies.
She will
You've
offer
done it.
some to Kay.
We came all the way around on it.
From the middle of the spring. Save
They're
some for
magically
me.
delicious.
I can't believe I don't have a Kung Fu token or like a martial arts doll token. Like the training dummy.
Do you have a stick? 10-foot pole?
You know what? I bet I do have a pole for some reason. What are you working on? Karam and Vatna? Like, while you still have the null tag, are you trying to learn how to control it?
Is there an empty form number 1? Like a kata that you teach at your dojo?
Caram hasn't taught anyone else this.
Oh.
We're in
So,
the wilderness.
I'm willing to teach other Tingers. Like, I'm becoming more open since, like, it's becoming clear that it's just a nice thing, not something to worry about people, like... I was worried that it would have very negative effects, but we've seen that magical beings can control it, so he has no qualms teaching it. I think the first thing that he's gonna teach Vatna is how to, like, bring it out. And that's just a lot of breathing and knowing how to, like, channel it through you.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
go ahead.
you don't kick anything. You just breathe?
It's almost like a breath going through you, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That's how I was using it on the bugs. Fireflies.
You're already starting to get it. Now, the hard part is making sure that once you have it down, that it doesn't leak out. So learning to keep it in as well.
Yeah, don't want that for anyone, especially. Do you still have problems with leaking?
Oh yeah. Well, I was able to keep it contained, but I wasn't able to, in use, keep it contained, if that makes sense. Like, when I went to attack, I had excess that would just shoot off randomly.
I'm gonna
So instead of
not make that joke.
going towards the point of impact, it would be dispersed as it reaches the point of impact.
And breathe.
So a tough choice. And this can be fun. Your tough choice is you can get a little bit of it right now. Like, you still need Caram in the game with you if you want to borrow the null tag from him. But you guys get to go back, you're just fine. Or would you like, for the next 6 months, before, like, at the beginning of the next arc, we will say that it is over. But in RP and such, you lose your magical tag and have to keep the null tag to train with him. Like, if you want to learn the moves, you have to have an RP with Caram about you embracing it. If you do that one, I'll just give you the moves. Like, I'll just say that you can ask Caram before a game starts, and you can start at null instead of magical, even if he's not in it with you.
So second option is
Sorry, second
For-
option is you're better at it. You're not as good as Caram in any way, but sorry, no, I'm not
but
not
it sticks
negative.
around longer.
It sticks around longer, and you don't need him next to you to keep null. Like, you can go to him before a mission and be like, I might need null. Can I borrow it from you? And then just spend a tag point, take his null, and like not take it, just copy it basically. Like every time you do that, you're writing reality that you are null, which I
Yeah.
don't know.
Which makes me lean more towards the first option. A little bit now, but it goes away quick.
Okay. So yeah, you get it right now. As long as you have the null, as long as you've siphoned it from something, you know how to do it, but you can't keep it going.
Got it.
Your magic just keeps bleeding through every once in a while. So like, breathe, and you breathe fire.
Spicy nuggies.
Absolutely. Yeah, okay. So, Caram, you used null and reckless. Do you want to just keep going with reckless? Because you made it pay off, but you also did a
Question.
lot with null today.
Does 13s count for 20s for
The
XP?
13 doesn't count for a 20 as a natural 20, not for experience like that.
Of course, the 2 20s I rolled didn't have a tag.
Yeah, what's that? Yeah, anytime we have an extra thing like that, I don't want it to. I think it'll just make it more broken.
Fair
And
enough.
we'll figure it out as we go.
Makes it like a cheat to get extra experience.
Yeah, because like if we just had it would. No, I'm not saying that all the games turning into adventures is a bad thing, because this game initially was a little darker. It was a little closer to the Fade to Black games, a little bit more like punching holes in reality and showing you guys the consequences of fuck around, find out situation. But instead of that, we went adventure, and I was just like, how would Tomb Squad deal with this? So I wrote a game around Tomb Squad, but with you all doing it.
It was
like-
honestly a lot of fun.
I'm glad you guys had fun. Like, be silly, kill things, fry up a giant squid, Cthulhu thing. But what do you think? I'm thinking null or reckless, honestly.
Yeah, it's
You put a lot of work into both, especially if you're training somebody in null now.
yeah.
no?
I think it has to go in null today. Also, well, I do have to laugh that the one time I didn't get poisoned is the time I actually almost went down.
That was close. That was a close one.
The only
Very.
reason you didn't get poisoned is because he probably doesn't have the poison tag. We didn't even check this dude for tags. We were just like, die.
Nope, you guys just fought a mountain. You saw a mountain, fought a mountain.
And we
It's
won.
magic. All right, we
Put it
know
in-
what to do.
Problem solved.
Laura,
there were no ramifications from that.
I feel like this has to be monstrous, because that's what I think that's the only tag you use.
Literally the only tag I used.
And even if it wasn't, like, I can't see, like, you
I can't
just,
see it going anywhere else.
yeah, you just kept biting.
I put it in my mouth. And
She
I
looked
solved
great
the
doing
problem.
it. It's like,
Yeah.
Fucking stupid grill song.
Hashtag team lick.
Hey, you used everything. Well, except for
I-
self-sacrificing.
Yeah, I thought about it and then I didn't. I also got a 20 on a research/magic and a magic/construct.
Okay, yeah,
Mm, And I can only use. Let's see. Can I do research for the first one? And am I able to use the 20 again since I got 2?
No.
Okay, so because I got a 20 for both 2 times, so it's just.
Oh yeah.
120 for both.
The first 20 is what gives you the experience.
That being the case, magic probably, and that probably just the game point being magic again.
All right, Vatna, you use magical, you use manipulator, you use siphon.
I think it's got to be siphon.
I think it's got to be siphon. We've learned a lot of cool things that siphon can do today.
Yeah.
Also,
I
I
got
would-
the 13 on adventure, but that's
Yeah,
just in the pocket.
yeah.
We
That's
both
just
got,
very adventurous.
we got a 13 and 20 on adventure as well.
Yeah, that was sick as hell. Like, yeah, like, if nothing else, everybody that saw Lockstitch do today's game was just like, holy shit. It's just like, again, like a massively successful mission. People were complaining about those bugs all over the Echo, all over like parts of the Echo. Like, they were a threat. Why weren't they a threat here? Because the wind blew them further than this place. They are from here, but the fact that they got on we never saw any of them do anything because you rolled a 13 and a 20, like fucking piloting your ass in.
Yeah.
They could have done so many things. They had so many dumb abilities that they could have done, which they still exist. So in the future, I'm going to keep this list.
That's fair.
All you guys got to do is grab them and like squish them. It kills them, but you get a magical power.
True.
And so, yeah, everybody, we went out, we saved this place. We know that that can happen. Like, when magic pools in weird ways, it will try to become something. In this case, it was a weird Cthulhu monster. In other cases, it's going to be a lot of other stuff. And it's just like, when we deal with something like this, there's no talking to it. There is no, oh, I want to be its friend. There is, any way you want to destroy it, I'm good with. Write it out of history, love it. Just fucking eat it, love it. Punch it to death, cool. Some bad things need to just be punched.
Or sizzled.
Tasty.
Deep fried.
And with that, so everybody, the speakeasy starts tomorrow at 3. We're gonna run the Threads of Fate like thing. So we're just gonna connect. If you cannot make it, and you have one of those Threads of Fate cards, we're still just gonna like do the scene for you so that you can jump on it. So that is happening, and then as well after that we are doing a bunch of speakeasy scenes that are the ones from the cards, and if you can make it, absolutely love it. And then we are going to do some main character speakeasies, and then on Sunday we have another pirate Sea Devil crew game to start the next arc. And with that, goodbye forever.
Bye for
Bye for never.
Bye.
Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Like Stitch's name, the world will know. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Like Stitch's name, the world will know. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Like Stitch's name, the world will know. Spirits wake, hearts will grow. Like Stitch's name, the world will know.